EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Kill! Hey, kill! We're going to 54. Wide.
Dak going to start out going to the air. And his first pass is incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Giant defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing, Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Cowboys had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And 4 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go, 47.
There's Prescott. Slant pass, it's Ferguson. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Here we go, 46. 26.
On play action, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 35.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Yeah! 26.
Blue will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing his dart. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with him on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held him to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Scatteroo. And he's got some space here. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Giants first down.
Here's Dart. They'll set up the screen to Scatteroo. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Cowboys 44.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Off the bootleg, it's Dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 25, here's 2nd and a couple. But to throw once more, here's Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's one way, and a good way, to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Quick slant complete to OBJ. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
To throw now, Dart. Touchdown! Cam Scatteroo, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have come back to make it a 2-point game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First down team at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People kiss it on the ground.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 5. They go with Blue between the tackles. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, and they go right back to Blue. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up second and 3. At the Giants' 36-yard line.
Now Prescott. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Prescott to throw it. Finds Pickens out right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Second and 6.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Second and 6.
They go again with Blue. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
13 yards on the play. Cowboys, first down.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter.
Goal to go.
This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Given 7 now in the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And some room going over. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Toss play to the right to Blue. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 10-yard line.
Here's Prescott. This is caught. And it is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play fake, and here's Dart. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's going to build his way forward to the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And once again, it's Scadaboo. And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. To the right side and intercepted. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Past the 30, 2nd down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Blue trying the right side. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Prescott. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Giants. Tyrone Tracy, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go, 46, 46. 48. Hey, kill.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here comes second down. They hand it off. It's Blue. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hey, 47. Hey, kill. Here we go, 46.
To throw is Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Yeah, here we go.
They run for it. Here's Blue. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Connecting with Johnson. And we will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. 3rd down. Here's Tracy. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Here's 1st and 10. On to give, this is Blue. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here's second down.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton.
And he'll have a first down here up past the 30, but he's brought down in bounds. 9 seconds, no timeouts left.
We want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
They'll come up now. This is second and long.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Dallas, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.